Wisteria. Now, this is a band that I know a lot of people have actually already found, and I wanted to cover really a lot of the best upcoming bands from Tokyo recently. I thought I'm going to dive in and start listening to some of the bands who maybe I've been excited about or I've wanted to check out for a while but haven't had the chance to get around to on this channel. And Wisteria is actually a band who I saw live at an event a few months ago. It was an event that another one of my favourite bands was playing at, and Wisteria were there on the headliner spot. And yeah, they were just such a joy. And then I found out that a couple of people had mentioned them to me before, so I checked out some of their other songs, and this is just a really good upcoming band. They got 22.4 thousand subscribers at the moment, but I just feel like they're going to be definitely on the rise, and maybe one of those bands who we'll hear a lot more about in the wider circles of public attention as time goes on, but definitely one that I think a lot of overseas fans, like most of the people who watch this channel, will hopefully also be getting into. Now, Wisteria had this new song come out called Yume, which I think, if I'm correct on the context, means dream. This came out 6 days ago, 1,200 views, so I definitely feel that they deserve to have a little bit of a push to support them a little bit more and to remind people there is this new single coming out. Oh, the single will actually be released for general viewing on the general download on the 31st of January. There you go. All right, anyway, here we go. Wisteria with Yume. Shall we enjoy this one together? By the way, can I just say, for a band who's usually so kinetic, it's called Dream, and the whole first frame looks very pensive. So I have no idea what to expect here. Is this going to be like, if this is your first time hearing Wisteria, I'll just tell you, they're usually quite an active band. I don't know, maybe this is going to be blasting the minute we kick in, or maybe this is going to be more of a ballad. I have no idea what to expect. Okay. Starting a bit of pop rock. Ooh. I really like that. That is so funky. I like the slightly 90s vibe with the music video here. Alright, here we go. That's a really cool, like, rock chorus, but also listen to all the sounds that are happening. The production in this is gorgeous. And that bass one is so funky, so well layered, such a nice melody. I love that keyboard there. Okay, this is gonna get stuck in my head, isn't it? It's catchy and it also makes you kind of want to headbang as well. I gotta give this credit, there's a lot of... It's a very effective song. Drum in there. Again, beautiful production. This is how you do a single. Oh, nice, nice. Flipping up the rhythm in the last chorus. There's so much going on in that. There's so much going on in that. Okay, now, see, this is what I mean about doing something which is poppy, but not doing it in a disposable way, about doing it well. Oh. Now, what I really like is the first time I saw this band, well, the first time I really understood that I was looking at Wisteria, I think I'd come across some of this stuff in the background before, but the first time I really understood, oh, this is Wisteria, was when I saw them live, and they were performing, and it was very raw, very rocky. It was kind of like it's expecting a live house venue. So I was used to them in that very sort of raw context. So seeing their like produced music and hearing how much effort goes into it is really interesting, because they definitely have those sort of rock chops. But then you hear something like this, and it's great because you can tell these are really talented rock musicians, but they're not shying away from using production, using all of the tools, using all the colors on the palette to make the best possible end product. And I love this. When straight away when it comes in with that, you get that build up, that first riff comes in, very sort of simple, sort of stabbing guitar line. But you got that like weird sort of vocal remixed effect. I know this was a big thing about 10 or 15 years ago. People were using that effect a lot. But it's lovely how that sort of mixed in with the guitar there. And then we get into the verses, and there's all kinds of these little sounds, these little keyboard bits coming in. You go into the chorus, there's a backing vocal track, which you could pretty much ignore if you weren't paying attention to it. But beautifully, there's a backing vocal underneath the chorus, which is like underneath the main vocal, which is given this lovely sort of layering to it. The recording is nice and gorgeous. The bass work, the bassist she's brilliant. But like you hear the bass work that she's doing here, it's really funky, but you properly hear the bass guitar. It sounds like a proper bass guitar. And that's the other thing, a song which is so high production, and yet the bass feels real. The vocal feels nice and clear. The guitar work feels energetic and powerful. I love the fact that this is capturing all the things that work about a good rock band, but also mixing them with some nice, well thought out production. In a way, you could say the music video does something similar. It's got these very real world scenes where they're just running around in the park with like a wide angle, like fisheye or 360 lens, and then it cuts to these sort of green screen bits, but it effortlessly mixes the two together. They're done in a very similar way where it goes between the two without any trouble. And that to me is almost like the video is a great shorthand for what the song's doing production wise. It just works beautifully together. And on top of all of this, it's really fucking catchy. I mean, yeah, this is not one of those choruses where it's going to like, win awards for being some clever new approach to writing choruses. It's a very sort of traditional pop rock chorus. But it's catchy, and that's what it needs to be. It's catchy, not in an annoying way. It's enough to be an earworm, but I suspect you could listen to this a lot of times over before it became too much, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I thought this was absolutely charming to a T. I really enjoyed this. Kind of reminds me a lot of the reasons why I'm a big fan of Trident. Where's Trident back here? There's Trident. Reminds me a lot of the reasons why I'm a fan of Trident. In fact, I think that Wisteria and Trident have actually played on the same billing a couple of times before. But it reminds me a lot of the things that I like about them, in that it's the ability to be like a real rock band, but also be very much freed from all of the somewhat oppressive nature of, well, rock bands must do this. To embrace the production, to embrace poppy aspects, but not feel that makes you any less of a rock band. That's one of the things that I love about Trident. That's one of the things that I really enjoy about Wisteria. Certainly after this was great. And can I just say, look, I know they got 22,000 subscribers. I know they got 10 times as many subscribers as this channel, but come on. 6 days, 1.2 thousand views. In 6 days, I will probably have listened to this song 1.2 thousand times. Get in there. Follow them if you haven't already. Wow. I really enjoyed this. I am actually going to go back and listen to this again pretty much. I got to record another reaction after this. But I might just put it off for a while and listen to this a couple more times, because this was just fun. And I go back to that thing again. When a song's poppy, the songs that give a poppy song longevity, I mean, obviously you don't want it to be an annoying earworm. You want it to be a good earworm, which this is. But the things that give it longevity is nuance. And the nuance can come from musicianship, or it can come from production. It just come from anything where the song has detail, so your ear's got plenty to get into each time round, where it's not just so basic and Baby Sharkish. And this has a lot of production detail, but it also has lovely nuance in the musicianship. Those little keyboard runs, the beautiful bass work, and it's just a lot to get your ears into. So this was a proper good quality earworm, the way that an earworm should be. Anyway, there you go. Get in the comments, tell me what you're thinking until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.